knowing, of course, that he plays perhaps one of the toughest men mentally in the game on the big occasion.
Yes, David, I think that there we see Jim Courier. The one thing that Jim Courier does well is return serve off of his backhand. In fact, you'd have thought his forehand return would be stronger, but I think there's a key to this match. One of the keys is that Henman needs to serve many balls, first and second serves, to Courier's forehand to keep him honest, because Courier loves to back into his returns and hit his forehand moving backwards. And if you can make him move out of the court, then, especially in the deuce court, then Henman will get a lot of open court volleys.
Time. Courier to serve. Love.
120 miles an hour, the opening ace.
Love.
And in fact, Tim Henman, footwork a bit leaden on that shot. He almost tripped over his feet. You can see that the nerves are still with him. Probably will be another 2 or 3 more games.
Love. 40-15.
Well, he's a member of the club, so he's entitled to bring his own net.
Net first service. Courier. Courier leads by 2 games to love. First set. Love.
Well, Jim Courier launching himself into this backhand return. Henman strictly beaten for pace. The ball wasn't directed particularly close to the line. but very quick.
Third to 15.
Well, a nice deft touch
40,
from
15.
Henman, but Courier's return far too predictable.
Forty 30. Courier leads by 2 games to 1 first set.
Well, Tim Henman will be very grateful for that complete mishit to give himself his first game of the match. But it's Jim Courier undoubtedly who's made the terrific start and showing no adverse effects of the problems he had after that marathon match with Xing Xiaoquan, needing to go to hospital for IV rehydration.
Yes, I think that because he had 2 days off after that, that Jim Courier will be feeling no ill effects of that. I remember talking to Jimmy Connors after he had to have an IV after one of his memorable 5-set semifinals at the US Open and had to go out and play the final the next day. And Jimmy said, after I felt better than I had before the semifinal after I had the drip. It was incredible how it improved him. So Courier, I'm sure, is feeling very strong.
You notice that Tom Gullickson, the American Davis Cup captain, has joined Brad Stein in the competitors' box. Getting a little dark again, and just the odd speckle of rain beginning to fall. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it's no more than that.
Love 15.
Tim Henman off his chair very early at that last change of ends, trying to get the legs pumping, trying to get the nerves out of the system.
Well, we see just the winning drop volley from Henman.
And the rain is coming down and the covers are coming back on. We've had 11 minutes of play. Henman with a chance to break back, but I have an awful feeling it's going to be one of those on-off days, and the players will have to find some way of keeping themselves relaxed during the change of, during these breaks, and particularly Henman, who clearly wasn't relaxed when he came out after that first delay, Peter.
Yes, absolutely, David. And the players will go into the locker room, and Tim Henman, I know, likes to play backgammon, and other people like to just relax and close their eyes. And certainly after the last rain break, Tim Henman was all out of sorts. He appeared calm, but didn't fire at all, whereas Jim Courier came out like a boxer, a raging bull almost. He really went after his shots and broke immediately because of that. So Tim Henman will need to rethink his routine in the locker room this time to make sure that he comes out and plays the first couple of points with a little more purpose, so that he might get that break back.
So there we are. We've had such a glorious opening week of the championships, both in terms of the quality of play and the weather, just the early finish on Saturday night with the first rain of the championships. But certainly today, I think we're going to get used to the covers coming in on and off, the umbrellas going up and down. But listening to the radio and our colleagues from 5 Live as I was driving in this morning, it did seem to be the weather forecast for the next few days will be a little better. Now you can see just how hard the rain is at the moment. But the nice thing is that it's going to be one of those days where the showers will pass quite quickly, hopefully, and we shall get play. But my own guess would be that Mr. Rosetsky and Mr. Philippoussis, who are third match on court 1, may have to come back tomorrow to have their match.
Well, yes, at least in their particular case, because the third match, they don't have to go through the routine of warming up, of getting ready, because they know that if the first matches haven't completed, then they can just relax for much of the day. So I think that at least that is the saving grace for them. I remember, well, what, 90 years ago, I played a match, a fourth-round match against Ani Perrin, and the match lasted 4 days. And in fact, it was stopped at where I was 2 points from winning in a tiebreaker in the 4th set. I've never been so nervous in my life. I mean, I couldn't sleep for 3 days almost. I was an absolute wreck. It was the worst experience of my life. It was the worst 4 days, just about.
That's funny, because you come across, if I may say so, such a laid-back sort of a guy. I could imagine John McEnroe going, your doubles partner, going absolutely mad for those 4 days. Because John, I mean, when you talk to him, he's still hyperactive, and even now. But how did you try and relax during a rain delay like this?
Well, the horrible thing about it was that we must have gone on and off court 5 or 6 times over those 4 days, and you warm up, and then the rain would come, and all the while it wasn't as though, okay, I'll play my way into it. It was, the score was 4-3 in the tiebreaker in the 4th set, 3 points away from winning the match, and so you had to be absolutely sharp.
All right, we're going to hand you back for a moment to Des Lynham. Des, you told me this rain was coming at 2:15. It's 2:10. Explain yourself.
My information's all over the place, David. I can't help it. You surround yourself with professionals and experts, and they let you down. What can I do? Anyway, obviously, while we don't have live tennis, we have some good conversation there from Peter Fleming and David.